Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Forer from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for July 18th, 2021. Let's take a quick look at how the markets finished off on Friday. We did see some selling on Friday, that's for sure. The Dow finished down 300 points. You can see that Friday's pullback wiped out almost a full week's of trading action here. So it was a decent pullback. There is support here. So obviously it looks like we're going to retest that 20, and this week we should know whether it holds or not. The S&P 500 finished lower by 32 points. Again, a fairly decent pullback. The Nasdaq 100 dropping 115 points, also making its way back to that 20-period moving average. And the Russell 2000 finishing lower by 27 points. Now, it is back near the lows of this recent channel. Well, recent. I say recent, although it's been going on all year, basically since the start of the year. So we're back there. We did have a bearish engulfing pattern there. So we're likely to retest these lows. Will it hold or not? That is going to be the question. So I think we're in for a couple of important days to start the week this week. If we look at crude oil, crude was down, but actually was up 18 cents. Excuse me, it was up 18 cents. Was lower on the day, earlier in the day, but then made it back up. But we're still below the 20 there. Gold on Friday lower by 14 points. What we'll have to watch here is whether it can hold the 20. We move from below to above. Naturally, it usually comes back to retest it. If it holds, that's a positive sign. If not, we're likely to retest the recent lows here. The dollar index on Friday ticking slightly higher here. So still looks good, but really what we're looking for here is a much bigger move once we break above these recent highs, and we're very close. We're just about there. All right. The yield on the 10-year note finishing the week at 1.294, so below 1.3. Not a big concern at all. If we take a bit of a broader look here by having a look at the ETFs for the different sectors, let's start with materials. And you can see not a good look here. We have a short setup on the materials fund, and it looks like a good one. We have slope on that 20 to the downside, and it looks like we're just about to take out those lows and maybe flush a little here to the downside. The weekly chart also closing below that 20, so not a great look there for materials. Looking at communication sector, we're right back to the 20, actually closing just slightly below it. This short setup here, a red arrow, to me is an exit, not a short yet. We're still sloping higher on that 20. If we look at energy, we are dropping. Now we're getting close to an area of support here. So again, the first couple days this week, I think, will be important. Do we hold here or not? If we look at financials, also getting a short setup here. Again, it's early. If we look at the higher time frames, we're not going to see anything that confirms that, at least not yet. But it is telling us that, this trade is over. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Remember, earnings season is underway now, so we are going to start getting earnings from big names. So we may see some added volatility as well over the next couple of weeks. Industrials also closing just below that 20. Technology pulling back as well. Hasn't breached the 20 yet, which is good. I still like techs here, but we are having a bit of a retracement there. Consumer staples look okay. Real estate still looks good. Utilities looking better. And healthcare as well. Healthcare, we actually have a re-entry to the long side. One of the only sectors here with a setup to the long side. Consumer discretionaries breaching the 20 for the first time in a while. Retail as well, moving lower. So, not a positive end to the week at all for these. But again, overall, if you look at the index charts, we're still okay. We're still above the 20 on the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ. The Russell we are not, of course. That one's been lagging and is, at risk of giving up these lows here and going for a much bigger drop. So earnings are on slate. Also, let's look at data points coming up, economic data points for the week. On Monday, there's really not a whole lot there. Tuesday, building permits and housing starts along with the Red Book report. Wednesday, the NBA mortgage apps number, crude oil inventories as well. Thursday, we get the jobless claims numbers along with existing home sales. And Friday, we get the manufacturing PMI number and the U.S. Baker Hughes rig count. So kind of a light week for economic data news. But we'll have a slew of earnings. And like I said, we'll have to keep an eye on these charts to see whether these recent support levels continue to hold or not. Okay, as always, Monday, tomorrow we will be having another live market chat. We kick off at 1 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you there. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on our next update.